You like that? You like
Eric,
that?
I love that background.
You like that?
All right, hang on. I've got the mute on Discord. Everybody mute on Discord.
Smooth.
I don't know, Eric. There's some unidentifiable creature behind you.
How could you ever figure out who that is?
Oh no.
Yes, to Eric's background. Hell and unreal. Oh, thank you for doing that. I was just going over there. Happy Halloween, everybody out there in chat. Excuse me. He appears in What We Do in the Shadows. I have to admit, I've actually never... Oh, okay. I've never seen What We Do in the Shadows, and I feel bad about it. All right, I need to make sure I can hear you guys. Justin, say something.
Testing, can you hear me? Hello, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Eric, say something. I see a finger.
Okay.
No.
All right, we're good.
There we go.
Yeah, no, the audio for some reason started coming back out of my display instead of out of my headset, and it was gonna be not good sounds.
And we're slowing on Argo. He's running a few minutes behind, but that's okay. Welcome everybody once again to Film Heat Live. It's been a long time. I feel like it's been forever since we've done a show. But I guess it's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, it just be feeling like that though.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot has happened since then, I think.
Well, it's the season. It's spooky season again. It's going to be fall season again. So I don't know about you guys, but my social life comes alive around this time. So I've just been more busy than I have all year.
It's that time.
And especially coming off the past 2 years, where there's been no such thing as social life. So it's all readjustment. But this week, we are ringing in the spooky season ourselves with our first round of Halloween spooky movies. This week, we did vampires. We did modern vampire classics, I guess you could say. Because there's so many different vampire movies, and every time I told somebody, oh, we're doing vampire movies, they all say, oh, are you doing this movie, which we're not doing? Are you doing that movie, which we're not doing? Like, come on. No.
Always next year,
That's true. Yeah. We're going to be doing this forever and ever until we die. So get used to it. We got to bide our time. Spread them out.
Yeah, spread them out.
Spread them.
One day we'll give the people what they want. Well, crowdsource a list.
Spread them out.
And so,
yeah,
if they get the votes, they can have their movies on it.
Oh, yeah. We need just like one of these days. I'm just going to pick somebody from chat. It's going to be Hellion Unreal. I'm just going to be like, you make a movie list.
I don't know about that.
Do you not trust Hellion Unreal's impeccable taste?
She's a number one fan, so yeah, but yeah, she can do it. She can do it. No one else though.
If they haven't earned it, then I don't know who does.
Yeah, you got to be around since day one to have that honor. So, all right. So let us take a look at the list. Get a load of these flicks, man. This week we watched From Dusk Till Dawn, Queen of the Damned, The Lost Boys, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I keep wanting to see Dragula. I've been listening to too much fucking Rob Zombie.
Damn it, Rob.
Damn it, Rob. Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
And finally, Interview with the Vampire. So, 6 flicks. We did the ones that were pretty much mostly relevant to our lives, our time. So this is what we get. I would have loved to have seen Martin, an early what's his name? Dawn of the Dead. Romero, an early Romero flick, vampire style, called Martin. I want to see that movie. Risky Photography, welcome. Cute little vampire guy. Yeah, these are some fun. This is like a nostalgia week, basically. Do I love these movies? Probably not. Do I like these movies? Yes.
Yeah.
I love some of these movies. I like all of these movies.
I think I like almost all of these more than is reasonable.
Yeah. This is right up your alley, Eric.
Like as far as vampire movies, yeah, this is the list.
I've never
Like,
been huge on vampire movies to begin with, so
I'm just saying, like, if you said, "Hey, Eric, put together a list of vampire movies that you really like," y'all already did that.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of the big ones. Like the only other ones that I don't know. I personally like Blade a lot, just because
Oh, there you go.
I'm
I
sentimental,
didn't.
But
I don't even think about that being a vampire movie, but it totally is.
Yeah, Blade is sick.
Maybe
yeah,
I'm
these
just
are good
too
ones.
old for Blade.
Yeah, Blade is one of those weird situations where it just got way more popular than.
I did not understand how that movie got as popular as it did, but that's just me.
Hey,
that's it. That's interesting, bro. He's half vampire, half human, bro. Like none of these movies are that nuanced, bro. Well, maybe
Daywalker.
Yeah, because that had totally never been done before.
Well, Dracula's a Daywalker too, apparently.
It's
all sexy.
You just gotta kind of piss off God a little bit.
I mean,
and become a vampire.
We'll
get into that.
Yeah, vampire lore is wild.
Vampire lore is all over the place. So, but let's get into it, and we'll kind of compare and contrast our vampire rules that our movies adopt or eschew. So, I'm gonna start that tournament. All right. So, round 1, Heat 1. Up first, we're looking at From Dusk Till Dawn versus Queen of the Damned. Dang.
No, I know this one.
That's a mismatch if there ever was one right there.
Yeah, that's mixed matched as fuck enough that I'm like, I don't even need to.
Yeah. I should have put Queen of the Damned up against something else, but hey, the bracket does what the bracket does. So let's take a look at the trailer for From Dusk Till Dawn.
Everybody be cool. You be
Is that
cool.
trailer too loud,
Somewhere
too quiet?
In the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Low profile. You understand the meaning of the words low profile?
Sure. 2 of America's most dangerous criminals have taken hostages. What is this? It's called a punch. I'm going to ask you one question, and all I want is a yes or no answer. Do you want to live through this?
Yes. Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
One night is all that stands between them and freedom.
This is my kind of place.
But it's going to be one hell of a night.
We might be in trouble. There are a bunch of fucking vampires out there trying to get in here and suck our fucking blood.
Now, their only chance is to fight back.
Oh, yeah!
Harvey Keitel, George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, Juliette Lewis.
Welcome to slavery.
No, thanks. I already have a wife.
From dusk to dawn.
Knee slapper right there.
The old ball and chain, am I right?
Yuck, yuck.
Yuck, yuck.
Because like you gotta hate your wife, right?
That's a very 90s joke to make, I guess.
Right.
80s and 90s.
Yeah, no, hate your wife humor pretty fell off, as it should.
All right, I'm gonna throw up that poll. Everybody want to chat? Throw your votes in the poll.
Yeah,
the audience
vote.
vote.
From Dusk Till Dawn. I mentioned that I like all these movies, but I only love some of them. That is one I definitely love. Love that movie. That is a bonkers flick. And I guess famously that movie has basically 2 different filmmakers. Like the first half of the movie was was directed by Quentin Tarantino. And the second half of the movie was directed by Robert Rodriguez. And that is so abundantly obvious watching the flick. At a certain point, it just turns into a completely different movie all of a sudden. And for the longest time, I'd only seen the first half of the movie. So I had no idea what I was in store for when I finally sat down to finish that movie. I was like, what the hell? So this movie starts off with a couple of brothers who have escaped from prison, or one of them broke the other one out of prison, and they end up kidnapping this family in their Winnebago after some hijinks. And they take the family, they're trying to get to Mexico so they can meet up with like a drug dealer or something like that and get some money. So it's this super intense and slow and suspenseful like kidnapping movie for the first half. And then finally they cross the border, they get into Mexico, and they stop at this like biker bar called the Titty Twister. And that's when the movie changes completely. And it turns from this like suspense kidnapping movie to a balls to the wall, in your face gore vampire movie. And these vampires are weird. These aren't like, this isn't like your Bram Stoker or your Lestat or any of that. These are like
Half
demon
bat.
monster. Yeah. Half bat or half snake, as Homegirl is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what sense that makes, but I guess they're like an ancient like mezcal religion, you know, because spoiler alert, at the very end of the movie, the camera pulls back and you see the back of the Titty Twister bar, and it's built on top of like an ancient ziggurat, like an ancient temple, Aztec looking temple. And they're like attracting people there to feed off of them.
Yeah, I thought this movie was a fantastic mix of like kind of like more realistic horror, like human baddies, and then it slides right into the supernatural craziness at the end. You know, I thought that was a great mix of just those two types of horror.
Yeah, you end up like kind of rooting for the bad guy by the end of it. You know, I mean, he's never really like ruthless and disgusting like the Tarantino character is.
Yeah.
As much, but still.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was calculated. I wonder if they like rewrote that character to be less hateable so the audience might actually like him by the end of the movie.
It's probably that way from the start, right? Like the worst thing he did, he was in jail for like robbing a bank, right? Like he's not like a pedophile like the other brother.
Like the other brother, right?
Like,
yeah.
So yeah, he's already not as bad as the freak one.
Yeah. That's true. I bet Tarantino just punched up the other brother just because he could, because he's a fucking weirdo.
Yep. He added all his favorite feet scenes in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's like numerous feet.
Can't have a Tarantino flick without some feet.
Get the
All
feet
the
shots.
feet you can fit.
Gratuitous feet, rated F for feet.
Tarantino makes a comment about really liking Selma Hayek's feet. Cast Selma Hayek in movie where someone has to drink off of her feet. Cast himself in drink off of her feet character.
Yeah, like he just gets some wish fulfillment, like fantasy fulfillment there. He just cast the super hot actress to like put her feet in his mouth and spit in his mouth and stuff like that. He's just like
pour booze down her leg into his face.
Yeah, hard as a rock under that table, you know.
Definitely.
But yeah, Dusk Till Dawn is pretty rad. Holds up, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Now, our other movie, Queen of the Damned, might not hold up so well.
Not as many feet.
Not enough feet. Unwatchable. Let's take a look at the trailer for Queen of the Damned. Queen of the Danged.
Queen of the Dango.
Queen of the Derned.
From an endless night, he will rise to seduce.
I kind of hate this actor too. He's such a budget.
Vampire Lestat.
The Townsend guy?
Yeah, Townsend.
Really?
He wants-
Budget?
He,
Who?
He, what's his name? The Joker from Chris
Oh,
Nolan.
Heath Ledger?
He's such a budget Heath Ledger, man.
Yeah, they probably tried to get Heath Ledger. I think I was reading that.
I think I was reading about that too.
Would have been better, bro. He is Walmart.
What was Heath Ledger
Irish.
doing? Like Knight's Tale or some dumb shit?
Pretty much, bro. Yeah, in 01. Yeah.
This came out in what, 04?
02, I think.
02.
Let me show you what it means to live in the light.
In his lust,
02 is not a great year for movies.
he will awaken
No. It was like Masters of Disguise in this and like
Patricia, the queen.
garbage.
Yeah.
turn the undead
She chose me.
against each other.
She has no respect for anything.
She was fine as hell.
Taste of
though.
blood, human and immortal alike.
In a war to
Fucking-
possess our souls.
What have you done, Lestat?
From Anne Rice, best-selling author of Interview with a Vampire. Directed by Michael Reimer.
Well, this part's muted.
Right.
Yeah, why the fuck did they name check the director, bro? He was like a TV director, like nothing.
Go out
Dude.
wherever you
Michael
are.
Riker or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, before you go bashing on it, you've got to admit that movie got all of us laid countless times.
I don't know.
You saying it's a chick movie?
Yes.
I don't know. That's insult to women, bro. That's a
UK Livings has no idea what he's doing here. Well,
What's
welcome.
happening?
Argo, welcome. I love
Hey.
Marguerite Moreau. I do love Marguerite Moreau. I recognize her most from Wet Hot American Summer.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's awesome for sure. But yeah, dude, Queen of the Damned is basically new metal, the movie. Like somebody was like, "Hey, what's hot right now? New
Static
metal."
X. Static
Yeah.
X is hot. Well, how do we do that with vampires?
Yeah, well, how are we gonna make a new metal movie? Oh, we're gonna make a vampire movie. Of course, that's just edgelordy enough.
Goth kids, man.
Yeah. So all these little white kids in their trip pants, hanging out at like, well, I guess Limp Bizkit concerts weren't really a thing by 02. I mean, I'm sure they were, but they weren't hot. But I guess Korn was still going.
Mhm.
Are we gonna get?
Static X was still touring.
Oh yeah, Static X was kicking in the early 2000s for
Mhm.
sure.
Shit, I was seeing Static X at Floyd's.
Yeah, oh, I didn't get to see him at Floyd's. Kind of CD warehouse and Pinecorn CDs. I remember I used to skip school and go to the CD warehouse, and the guy that worked there, he kind of like adopted us little shithead high school kids, and he wouldn't let us listen to bad music. I like went in there to buy like some CD, and he was like, "No, no, I'm not selling you that garbage. You can listen to this." And he like gave me a CD.
Bless that
That was
man.
I forget what it was, but
Bless that man.
yeah, he was trying to. True will, yeah, definitely.
Huh.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I worked for him at the engine room when he owned that, which is what the beta bar turned into. But yeah. So, what is this movie even about? Everybody tell us.
Aaliyah was an ancient vampire, and
So, like, it's about the vampire Lestat, right? The same, at least the same namesake from Interview with a Vampire.
yeah, he's supposed to be Tom Cruise's character from Interview with a Vampire, but he is not nearly flamboyant enough.
No,
he is
he's
way too
nowhere-
new metal. He is not nearly flamboyant enough to be fucking. He's just not.
And like last time we see him in Interview, he's like basically gonna turn our
Kristen Slater
into a vampire, and he's riding in the car with him down the Golden Gate Bridge. They don't address that at all.
starts jamming out the fucking that
Sympathy
Guns N'
for the
Roses.
Devil.
Yeah,
the Guns N'
cover.
Roses. Yeah.
Okay, I really like that cover of that song, but Slash was quoted as saying, "If you want to know what a band breaking up sounds like, that's it." Like apparently they just all hated each other, and like they didn't even use the guitar part that he wanted used.
I
Like,
bet.
they just changed it.
But our Lestat character, he decides at the beginning of the movie that he's done living in the vampire closet, I guess, and he's going to be an out and proud vampire. And I guess that pisses off vampire community. It pisses off the queen of the eponymous Queen of the Damned.
No, it doesn't piss her off.
He awakens her so that they can deal with the vampire community that's mad at his ass drawing all the attention to them.
I, Lestat the vampire, have been awakened after 100 years of slumber by this lowly garage band.
Yeah, I love that. He's a vampire. He's been around for hundreds of years, and he's seen all kinds of art and society from highs and lows all over the world, all over time. And he's gonna get bored with it all. But what really gets his attention is fucking garage band new metal from the late 90s and early 2000s. That's that exquisite shit that he's been looking for.
He was just mad that their vocalist sucked and was like, "Hey, I've got to come show you how to really suck."
I could just see like Beethoven, like rising from the grave and walking around in the modern earth and hearing like Stained and being like, "It's amazing."
Oh God.
I don't know. I think there's a few guitar solos that would probably blow his mind, but
I guess Beethoven's a bad choice because he was deaf, but
Yeah.
I mean, you just set him on the amp. Shit.
Well, apparently this movie butchers like a couple of the novels, like the Anne Rice series, and they take from here and they take from there, right? And the character that is called Lestat in this is only in name only, right? Because we learn his origins in this. We see Lestat get turned, right? And he still has like a soft spot for humans, which he pretty much maintains through the whole movie, which is nothing like the character in the other movie with Lestat, right? So they're just choosing and taking and butchering up the story, and but yeah, he gets fed up with vampire life, sleeps for like 100+ years, and wakes up in 2000s new metal era.
Yeah,
to become to just I guess he's like an edgelord even for vampires. He's just pissing off everybody by openly stating he's a vampire with his edgy music.
The biggest edgelord of all time.
Yeah, I guess that's a very 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s attitude era thing to do is just be an edgelord. I'm an edgelord for humans and for vampires. I'm so edgy. Other edgelords think I'm edgy.
Double edge.
Totally. And while
Yeah.
we're learning his backstory, right, we learn that his master Marius is like the keeper of like the king and queen of vampires, right, who have like turned to stone, right?
Mhm.
And against his master wishes, like Lestat wanders down there and plays this song for the queen,
I
which
can see,
awakens
like,
her.
the White Ranger playing his little flute.
Yeah, and then at that point, the queen of all vampires or whatever chooses him to feed from her, and she's like infatuated with him at that point.
Because
Right.
of course, even the gods just can't get enough of him because he's so cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a mess of a fucking story. Like,
Yeah. It feels like it should have been a direct to TV, like MTV movie.
Yeah.
It's like
who would have cleaned
it's-
up on MTV?
Right. Fucking
from the acting to the writing to the directing. It's all very TV movie. I don't.
To the effects, those quick
Mhm.
vampire effects, bro. It's like, wow, come on.
I
Y'all
can't
could've did
speak
better.
to the truth or validity of this statement, but the soundtrack probably sold more discs than the VHS sold.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
I believe that.
That's the best part of the movie, and even that's kind of a mess too. With their,
I only like it
Contracts.
because I'm an old geezery man, and it takes me back to my day. Back in my
Yeah.
day, we
It
listened
takes me back to all the. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it took me back all right, but I was cringing the whole way through. Like,
How do I vote? Oh man, the poll just ended. There was only one vote, so you can just type in chat which one you want to vote for, and I'll count it.
Mhm.
Fucking Aaliyah
Thanks
deserves better than that shit.
First time chatter, welcome. I tried to vote. All right, okay, everybody, just type it in chat what you want to vote for, and I'll count it this time. Sorry, we probably started the poll a little bit early. That's okay.
unpopular opinion, she didn't do shit in that movie.
Oh
Who?
no, probably not. She fucking probably got tired of this fucking
Who didn't do shit?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah,
Oh yeah,
she
no,
has
she
like
she
6
barely
lines.
has a line. Yeah.
She floats in, she kills everybody.
Floats
They fuck
away.
in the bathtub of roses. That's about it. Like,
Yeah.
it
I
really
mean-
doesn't shine
I mean,
on like Aaliyah's acting career. It just
really
was.
doesn't.
It was just this big thing when she died, and then like,
Yeah,
oh my
we were
God,
talking
Aaliyah,
about that.
Like,
This movie was probably elevated 10 times higher than
Yeah.
it would have been had Aaliyah not died before the release.
I'm not
And,
saying she wasn't a talented individual. Like,
certainly not.
Yeah, no,
I'm
but
not
she
saying
phoned
that.
it
I'm
in
not-
on this
I'm not-
one, and there's a good
yeah,
reason for that.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
at the fucking
I'm just
movie.
saying, like, everybody's all like, "Oh, Aaliyah did such a good job as the Queen of the Damned." Anybody could have fucking done that shit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying is
she's a
Aaliyah
glorified
deserved
extra.
better. Aaliyah deserved better than this for her last movie. She had done better. This one she definitely phoned in. Because I mean, look at the fucking movie it is.
I think she did great with what the script gave her, which was like hot garbage to nothing. You know, it was like her physical, that weird walk is good. She portrays
Yeah.
creepiness and weirdness fine. You know.
Yeah,
They should have let Anne Rice
disjointed
write this
fucking-
shit, honestly. Like, I'm no huge fanboy of Anne Rice by any means, but like looking at Interview with the Vampire and looking at this movie,
Should have just let her do it.
should have let her fucking do it, man.
Mm.
She wanted to in everything.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what gets
pretty sure-
me.
I'm pretty sure she fucking disowned this movie entirely from what I
Until the
remember
paycheck
hearing.
came in.
Yeah.
That's what the
Paycheck started
Wikipedia
moving.
says. Like, she was talking shit until she got paid, and then
No,
like,
she was
this movie-
wishy washy, and
This
she went
movie
back
made
talking
money. Can you believe the shit?
Yes,
Yes, I do.
yes, I can.
I remember everybody spending money on it.
shit. I mean, what was the budget? The budget was like
I
couldn't
think it
have
was
been that much.
35 or something. It was like 35 mil, and it made like 45 mil or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. And they shot it in Australia to like save even more money. Like,
Oh yeah.
but
So
I
It's a
would have
mess.
talked shit and still collected a check because that was her
Right?
intellectual property. Fuck that
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. It's her, yeah.
Like, I
She
can't
should have got
believe how
the
much money I'm.
lion's share of the money because the only thing good about it is her IP.
Right?
Now,
It's like,
just to touch on the vampire powers, I think I like the Anne Rice universe vampire powers the most. And I'm biased because I like World of Darkness, the role playing game, and those vampires, like Vampire the Masquerade, if you're familiar with that, those vampire powers were heavily inspired by the Anne Rice vampires. So
Yeah, they make a lot of sense. You know, like they don't have the garlic. They don't have to be invited in any fucking where. You know.
yeah, they
Yeah.
cross like running water, which is kind of a weird, like
yeah.
oddball vampire.
The sun fucks them up.
stipulation. Sun
As it
fucks them
should.
up. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's the
Fire fucks them up. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure we got 3 chat votes for Dusk Till Dawn. So
Blood Hunt.
What do you
I
guys
don't know
say?
what that one is. Dark BLT. I don't know what Blood Hunt is.
Yeah,
Yo.
it's a video game. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, free to play.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it's the battle royale game they put out under the Vampire the Masquerade.
really, it's a
Oh.
battle royale game. That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna
I'm gonna try that
that
too. Yeah, thanks
Okay.
dude.
for
I
well-
just
Dark BLT.
Bloodlines. They just made a Bloodlines like narrative game. I kind of want to try.
I think there's several of them. Like they're
Yeah.
almost visual novels, but
Basically, yeah.
I think this background I got is from one of them. They're probably cool.
You're probably cool. So, is anybody not voting for Dusk Till Dawn on the panel?
I want to give like a nod to Queen of the Damned. Like I don't hate it for as bad it is as it is.
Yeah.
Like I was watching it, I enjoyed it. But against Dusk Till Dawn now, I have to vote Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Dusk Till Dawn is just too wild fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
not gonna lie. I gave up on. I should have overtalked you. What did you say, Eric?
Go ahead, man.
Oh, I'm just saying. Dusk Till Dawn is the only movie this week I gave up on. It's pretty rare that I'm watching a movie for the show and I literally give up. I'm like, no, tap out. Like, not doing it for me.
Fucking Queen of the Damned, I almost want to vote for just for the remembrance of all the good times that it doesn't have to be a good movie to create good times.
I feel you. Yeah, I give it a nod for the memories. I give it a nod for the soundtrack, which basically is the same as the memories. But
Yeah. Let's say all those memories are tied to that soundtrack anyway.
yeah.
The bracket just took away on this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Corn cameo. Yeah, he's the scalper.
Yeah, I actually laughed out loud when I heard his voice before you see him. I was like, oh my God, that's Jonathan Davis. I remember now.
All right. Heat number 2. It's going to be the Lost Boys versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is a good matchup, I feel. This is a much better, closer.
This one's hard. That's what she said.
Well, because it's about the anachronistic culture. Both these movies are about 80s and 90s culture, respectively. So let's take a look at the trailer first for The Lost Boys.
You'll never grow old, Michael, and you'll never die.
Oh man. Okay. Speaking of banger soundtracks, though, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do love the fucking Lost Boys
Notice
song.
anything unusual about Santa
Cry
Carla
Little
yet?
Sister,
Pretty
right?
cool
It's,
place.
it's way too
Yeah.
good for an original
Cry
song.
Little Sister.
Like, what the hell, bro?
Or a vampire?
Slaps.
I owe my whole aesthetic to this movie. Hell
You know what
yeah.
Hudson's block is? You can't beat your fight. You just have to try and keep up.
I still believe.
How far are you willing to go, Michael? Yes, first. How are those maggots?
Shout out to Alex Winter.
Oh, Bill.
Good old Bill.
Mhm.
Bill S. Presley.
It's blood.
Michael.
You gonna play the song on this? No.
Now you know what we are?
Yeah, I totally expected the song to start playing.
Help me! Stay back! Stay back! Help me!
The
My own brother, a
Corys.
vampire. You wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
I'm telling Mom you're a vampire.
You're fucked, buddy. Mama Van Helsing's gonna get your ass.
You don't want to miss this.
You smell like garlic.
That's a great trailer.
Is that the mom from Parenthood?
Yes, Diane Weist.
Yes.
She's the most mom actress ever.
Oh yeah, she's like the universal early '90s, late '80s mom.
Like, is it
Ma'am.
just me, or was that a fantastic trailer?
That
Yes,
was a
it was.
fantastic. It was a trailer
damn
for the
good trailer.
the 4K release, so
Ah,
they had a
Really
budget.
Like,
they had money and they had time.
Yeah, that was a fantastic trailer.
that movie
say
is
what
not
you
that
want.
intense.
The movie's not that good, y'all.
I don't know. I was watching it earlier, and I thought it was extremely well made. So what
It
you want
is.
about it? It's
It
super
is.
I
duper
like-
well done from the
It is.
soundtrack.
It's tight. It's succinct. It's fun.
Mhm.
It's like it's kind of one you can put on with the family. It might be a little edgy for little kids, but there's nothing overtly
This sex scenes, but no like titties.
right.
Mm. Yeah.
So like it's a good one to watch with like your preteens, you know, when your kids are growing up a little bit and they're graduating to that
trick-or-treating.
next
Yeah.
level. Yeah, they might be trick or treating, they might not be, but you know, have the sleepover and watch Lost Boys with the fucking kids, you know. So Lost Boys it's kind of borrowing from what was that other movie? Was it Monster Squad? The 80s movie where like all the classic monsters like move into the neighborhood and a couple of kids form like a resistance movement. They have like
No,
guerrilla
I don't know.
warfare against. I can't remember.
when they blow up the Wolfman with fucking dynamite.
Yeah. I can't remember what movie that was. I'm not super familiar with it, but
But the story is like that, right? Some kids move into this new town.
yeah,
Santa
they're new in town.
Clara
and,
or
like,
whatever.
The cool, edgy kids are like kind of initiating the older brother. And then one thing leads to another. He finds out that they're vampires. And then the younger brother is doing like classic younger brother stuff. And he's just like, oh, my brother's a dick. These older kids are dicks. You know, I like comic books and goofing off with my homie.
Just ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The,
Good old Corey Feldman.
Right?
Yeah, Corey Feldman plays like the weird Monster Hunter kid in the neighborhood. He's like the conspiracist, but he turns out to be right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like
Yeah.
little brother wish fulfillment, man.
Hell yeah. Movie slaps, bruh.
It's a definite little brother movie.
Little brother energy, bruh.
Yeah, because the
That'd
big
be-
brother is like an idiot and gets himself in shit, and little brother has to come like save him, and like he's right the whole time. You know, like everybody gives him shit for being like weird little brother and talking all this shit, and it turns out he's right.
Well, yeah, the big brother's like straight up like booty blind by fucking what's her name, Jamie. What's her
He's
Well, yeah.
pussy drunk.
The mom has the old dude over for
Oh yeah,
for dinner, and they think that he's like the vampire lord, and they do all this stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, so he's not the vampire lord, but dun, he is the vampire lord.
That's quite the twist because he's the most square fucking guy. Like I was not seeing that coming. First time I watched this movie.
But then the whole time, like the kids were right.
Mhm.
The kids are right and all right.
The kids are all right. So yeah, and like the star of this movie is the '80s, like just the '80s in general is like the star attraction.
Who's your
I think
favorite
part of-
character?
Me?
Yeah, let's go down. Who's your favorite character in the movie?
I don't know.
Mine's the grandpa. He takes the cake.
Oh yeah.
It's probably Alex Winter, the third thug on the left.
Yeah. He's like vampire thug number 2, you know.
Right.
Criminally underused, bro. Fucking, I just couldn't get behind. I don't buy fucking Sutherland as the fucking as a bad boy. Kiefer Sutherland, like Silver Spoon ass Kiefer, being a bad boy. I just don't
born
buy it.
into Hollywood elite
Plus,
status
with the blonde hair. It just turns me
Well,
off.
that's the
Makes
thing
my
with
dick soft.
vampires. You like them, but they're bad.
But
Girl, you guys got support in the chat. Grandpa is the tits, apparently.
Oh yeah, he's got the last line in the fucking movie. He's like, something I always thought about Santa Clara is the goddamn vampires. Hate the goddamn too many goddamn vampires.
damn vampire.
Oh, right on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this movie is better than I remember it being. It's pretty good. Like Schumacher did a good job.
I feel
Favorite
like
character Tim Capello.
which one's Tim Capello?
I still believe.
Oh yes, yes, that's the one. That's my choice. I forgot about that.
The sex master. The sex machine.
I forgot all about that. How can I forget? Oh my god. Yes, man. Yes. So, yeah, the only reason this movie kind of rubs me the wrong way these days is because I'm burnt out on the 80s with every movie and every show being set in the 80s. This whole like 80s revival just kind of has me burnt out a little bit. Like I'm over Stranger Things. I didn't even watch the new season. I'm just done with it. I don't care.
I mean, yeah.
But
Well, it's
no,
better
it's
than
good.
the third.
Oh yeah, well the third is what killed it for me, but
Well, if you can crawl through the third, the fourth is better.
yeah, maybe I'll watch it eventually. But
Yeah,
like
the
I
fourth
said, I'm
is
just
better.
over.
I'm not sure what they're fucking gonna do with it at that after this point, but
Yeah,
Derailed.
Lost Boys pretty all right.
Lost Boys
pretty-
pretty all right.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This movie surprised me. I watched it as like a little kid, and I had not seen it since. Let's take a look at the trailer.
I just met this girl named Buffy. I'm Pike.
Pike isn't a name, it's a fish.
I liked her even though she seemed kind of flaky.
You can tell they're in the
But it turns
Midwest
out you
because she
haven't
knows what a
chosen
pike
Buffy.
is.
Do what?
From one saloon to the next.
Does Elvis talk to you?
And things started getting weird around here. Are we having a nightmare?
You threw a knife at my head.
And you caught it.
She was the one person I could really count on. Kill him a lot. Hi.
Hi. What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm saving your butt. That is a bad guy. Can we go, please? The Slayer is a nest. Let's finish it. I think this relationship has potential. Hi. How's it going?
You're obviously having a bad hair day.
If she can just get rid of those other guys in her life. Stab him in the heart.
Christy Swanson,
I am so sure.
Donald Sutherland, Paul Rubens, with Rutger Hauer and Luke Perry.
Buffy,
Oh, Luke Perry.
you're not like other girls.
Yes, I am.
Buffy,
Man, nobody's
the
career
Vampire
survived this
Slayer.
movie.
I didn't even break a nail.
Directed by Fran Rubel Kazooie.
Yeah, Sutherland versus Sutherland.
Christy Swanson,
I am so
Boy, yeah, this movie is like, it's like Clueless meets
Yep.
Karate Kid meets vampires.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. That's it.
Yeah, like
That's the movie.
that's just it. Like,
We're good.
just like with Lost Boys, like the early '90s aesthetic is like a character in this movie.
Dude, the Valley Girl aesthetic. And
Yeah,
attitude.
that early '90s Valley Girl, like as F, that is so 5 minutes ago.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Just made me laugh. Yeah, I watched this movie as like a 5-year-old, like 5 or 7 or something. And I remember loving the shit out of it. So all my life I grew up thinking like how rad this movie is. Then I watched it like today. And I was like, oh boy.
I mean, that makes
That's
sense because I was watching it. It felt very like Saturday cartoons. Fucking
Yeah.
I got like Power Rangers vibes off of like the set pieces and a lot of this fucking movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the choreography. Even.
This is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead vampires.
Yeah, just dripping with '90s energy.
But I was never bored.
Right?
I wasn't bored. I wasn't. Yeah, I felt like this movie is okay.
It's still entertaining through its 90s trope.
Yeah.
I felt like
Jeremy's over there like, I don't know if I was entertained. I was occupied.
this might be the shortest movie we've ever talked about. I think it was like 92 minutes or something. And I think if it was like a minute longer, it'd be like too much,
Yeah.
They cut it off at the right part. I'll say.
Yeah. It's pretty well paced. It has kind of that 90s pacing where it kind of jumps around. Like it seemed like one scene she's like being introduced to the Sutherland like instructor person, and then like 2 minutes later they're having like a we've known each other for so long, we are such good friends, conversation. I'm like, oh, well, what happened? Did I miss I must have looked away for a montage or something. Like, I don't know.
Gotta be a montage. I can't hear that word without thinking that anymore.
It's a cheese fest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
I mean,
because of its cheesiness. And
I mean, it's a
whole
Paul Rubens movie.
Yeah, it's
just saying it's that guy.
Wait a minute, that's Paul Rubens. That guy.
I
don't see it. That's fucking Pee Wee Herman. That's Pee Wee Herman right fucking there.
I don't see it.
I don't usually like bad movies. This is
Y'all
one
give
of the
him
bad
shit.
movies I'm okay with.
No, before the
Listen.
show, we were talking and someone mentioned Paul Rubens in this movie, and Jerry was like, "What? And what movie? Oh, Buffy." He was like, "Paul Rubens is in that." He didn't recognize it because he has the obvious biggest guys ever.
Unrecognizable.
Got all
No,
some facial hair
listen,
and some long
I
hair.
I kind of half watched this movie. I was like playing video games at the same time. So,
And then when he gets stabbed at the end, that's hilarious.
yeah, he's doing it.
It is still going at the end of the credits when the credits are done. It's still going. Like he finally dies after the credits are over.
It's such a bad movie.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, nobody's career survived after this. Like we were just talking about Christy Swanson or whatever. She was in nothing. She was in Big Daddy as
She's
like
the Hooters girl.
Yeah, she's the fucking like brunt of the joke, like the butt of the joke, the entire movie.
Yeah.
Sucking on that guy's old balls. Big Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a whole 6 seasons of a TV show and she didn't get invited.
Also, I was looking it up, and that show is 5 years after this. Like they like resurrected this IP to make that show, which apparently was way better than this fucking movie. From what I've heard.
Yeah, no, I watched the show, and yes, Sarah Michelle Gellar somehow did better. And
where did this come from? Was this like a graphic novel before, or was it the movie first? Or
Did Joss Whedon just make this shit up like on the spot?
yeah, he's just like an idea for a movie, but I can't tell you.
It sounded like he spitballed it.
He's
He's like,
just
all
winging
right,
it.
vapid
Every
girl,
day on set, he's winging it.
vampire, watcher, dream. Like, it seemed like it. This is what made Joss Whedon, I'm pretty sure.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that did.
I forgot Joss Whedon was attached to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Golly,
I think he's like
guess
canceled now. Isn't he?
His
like,
career survived
toxic?
it, I guess.
I mean, Sutherland did, but he had like a 20-year head start, you know. So
Oh yeah, I
can't
mean,
take
this
him
was like
down to
the
that point.
twilight of his career. This was like his
Yeah.
fucking.
No way, bro. He's still acting. He's acting for 20 years after this. He's still acting. Can't hold down Sutherland,
The Sud.
the Canadian great. He's pretty much god of
I mean,
Canada.
There's tons of people in this movie.
It
Some of
wasn't
their
long.
careers survived.
It wasn't long. I don't think it was this movie that killed Paul Rubens' career.
Luke Perry's in it.
It's
Hillary
beating off in the
Swank
theater
is
around
in
the same
it.
time.
That was a different movie situation.
Yeah, Hillary Swank is in. I forgot she's like a fucking extra. Basically, she's a.
She's one of the other Valley girls.
Yeah.
Isn't that Batfleck who's on the opposing?
Yeah, I forgot.
Ben Affleck is a basketball
team?
player number 10.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Oh, and the what's his name? The basketball player that turns into a vampire. He is from Dazed and Confused. He's one of the football
Yeah.
players. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit! How about that?
Yeah.
So it was the beginning of some and the end of others.
Yeah.
This movie was a movie. This movie was a part of people's careers.
Yeah, Joss Whedon wrote this shit. He just
not
This
launched him.
movie is on resumes.
So should we just take like a chat poll for this, or should I make a poll, or what do you want to do? Should we just have them chat it out? Anybody that's awake?
Ooh, yeah. Let's see who's awake. All right, chat. If you want to cast a vote, type it in chat. And
no
we'll count
poll.
it.
We're switching it up on you.
The Lost
No
Boys
poll.
versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, what do you think is better? I don't know, but I think it's better, honestly.
Oh, I know, 100%.
Oh wait, no, I think. I do
yeah,
know.
I do
I'll
know
take-
100%.
I'll take one kind of camp way over the other, bro.
Yeah,
Wait.
one is a cut above the rest. The other, like one's like a B movie, and the other is like a C movie. But I love them both because
Yeah, I was about
TV
to say that's the problem for me is I love them both so much.
yeah,
It's so bad.
I love the cheese going down in
Yeah.
these movies.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely
just
some drippy cheese.
just good old fucking 1980 style American cheese.
Yeah, definitely American cheese.
Yeah. Guess I'll get the voting
All right.
started. And for me, it's Lost Boys. That feels like a feature film to me instead of like a TBS TV shit. There's
feels
episodes
like
of the TV show that's better than the fucking Buffy movie, bro. Like, what
That's
is
true.
Oh
this?
yeah,
It's true.
it does. It does feel like a TV movie, kind of. Yeah.
But without this movie, we wouldn't have gotten that whole series. Like the movie had to come. The movie had to
Yeah.
crawl so the TV show could walk.
We needed the IP to exist.
Yeah,
I've never seen the TV show. I've only ever seen the movie.
the TV show is good.
Yeah. I don't even like Sarah Michelle Gellar, but it's a good fucking show.
I just noticed an error on the bracket. Didn't Dust Till Dawn win the first bracket there?
Yeah.
Not clean.
Oh, I've been
Take it
drinking
back.
again.
Take it back.
I can't believe.
I was like, that's not right. That's not right.
No, that's not right.
Shoo, close
Sorry.
one there. I was like,
We got to the end. Been
Oh,
three sheets
man.
to the wind and never
That'd-
noticed.
That fucked the whole
How did
goddamn
Queen of the
numbers
Damned
up.
make it this far?
no. That matchup was better. Like Dracula versus Queen of the Damned was a better matchup, but it's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go for Lost Boys as well.
Last call in chat. Anybody want to type out that vote?
Hmm.
Get him in there.
They don't want to get
Come
up on
on,
the couch.
Gash. Oh, somebody left.
Are all of us going for Lost Boys?
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh. Buffy in the chat.
We got a
What's going on,
Buffy.
Buffy?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
We got a Buffy.
This is fuck. You fucking I'm going Buffy.
Come on.
No, you bet. You just hate Jason Patrick, the balding bastard. I only knew
if I changed my vote, Buffy would win.
it'd be a tie. Well, you haven't voted yet?
You're locked in. You're locked in.
Am I locked in?
Yeah.
There's no locks. We don't lock doors around here.
Everybody's changed their vote once or twice in the past.
I guess that's true.
It'll be a tie, though. Well, actually, never mind.
No, Buffy would win.
All right.
No, Lost Boys is like the B movie, and Buffy's like the C movie. It's science. It works.
It's science.
TBS shit.
I mean, you there. You see this guy right here, right? You see this?
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, you're screen ready. This guy is screen ready. Send him. Like, come on.
Send it.
All right, so Lost Boys moving forward, sending Buffy the Vampire Slayer to the losers bracket. There's always a losers bracket. Nothing's gone forever until it's gone forever. What's my fucking dog doing? Oh yeah.
All right. That feels pretty good.
I feel good about this. All right, so that's the end of round number 1. Dusk Till Dawn is smoking Queen of the Damned, and Lost Boys is eking out a win over Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So up next, we're going to have round number 2, but let's take a quick little potty break and be right back. Stick with this, chat. Tell your friends to get in on this. We'll be right back.
Round up your peeps.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a hell of a piss.
Piss and blood.
I said, piss and blood.
Don't do that.
Well,
It's
why
bad.
y'all pissing on Argo's background then?
Don't do it.
I'm just saying, you've had. All right.
All right. We are talking vampire movies, and we are moving into round number 2 of our film bracket. So let's see. Heat number 3 of round 2. 1992's Bram Stoker's Dracula versus From Dusk Till Dawn. So let's take a look at this trailer. I keep wanting to say Bram Stoker.
Yeah, you would.
Stoke.
Something about Stroker just rolls off the tongue.
Just like it better.
Let's take a look.
It's a minute-long trailer. Wow. Columbia Pictures.
Count Dracula.
Where's this guy from?
my
California or Britain?
Count Dracula.
Count Dracula.
Whoa, Count Dracula.
Wow.
That's like the male. Mm. Oh, he's like a male vocal.
He's grown young.
Francis Ford Coppola.
I'm anxiously expecting you.
He's the only motherfucker that did a bang up job in this
Oh, he murdered it.
Everybody else was just there to get a fucking check.
No one man has carried so much since Atlas carried the fucking world, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody else showed up for just a fucking check.
Yeah,
Gary
they were there
Oldman.
Gary
for
Oldman.
Gary
the, they were there
Oldman.
for the craft services.
Gary Oldman goes hard no matter what.
He's grown young.
Everyone. Fucking Elman. He gets 110% no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But I thought this movie was like, how did this get made bad? Right? Like, it's Francis Ford Coppola, right? You would think you would know how to fucking fire and replace somebody by fucking 1992, right? Like,
Yeah.
make a movie for like 20 years at that point. And he got on set with poor Keanu, which I love Keanu. Everybody loves Keanu.
Yeah.
Well, he should have been fired off this set, bro. You're making a joke of the whole production, bro. You're changing the movie from like a serious ass movie to like a campy like comedy, bro. Like,
Yeah, his performance is unintentionally hilarious the whole way through.
I goddamn fucking love this movie,
bro.
And I'm not
Bruh.
crazy about Winona Ryder either. Like, she always kind of does a bit of a. I don't
She
know.
always has that like Midwestern ass voice she got, you know. You're like, where the fuck is she from? It's probably she got a weird voice, and she sucked at the accent too.
Yeah,
Neither of them can do an accent to save their fucking life.
Seriously.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Fucking Hopkins was playing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up and down 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, that just works though. Like that, his part was fine. Like he's playing an old guy, playing an old guy.
But you wouldn't notice it as much if the other two didn't suck as bad. Because then you have your like S tier actor, A tier actor, fucking F plus.
What's crazy is they had Carrot. I was right there. He was right there on set. And I'm sure he can do a better accent than Keanu. I know.
They could have just shuffled him. Yeah. Move him over here. Move him over here.
Bruh.
You the mustache, and boom, you're good.
It would have taken one throwaway line to have Keanu not do this accent. Be like, oh, even though you're from America, but you're in Britain now, right? We're taking one line to just have him not have to do that torment that they put him through. Well, he knew he sucked.
And he sucks at accents too, because have you seen The Devil's Advocate? He does a southern accent, and
it is so bad.
It's bad.
It is worse.
It's wicked bad.
Oh,
it is
so
worse
bad.
by miles.
Yeah,
that's why you always
movie
get
you
always get British.
Probably shit. Sorry,
my bad. I'm telling you, British people are just better, right? They can do American, and they're great at American Southern, right? Like, say, Knives Out, right?
Oh yeah,
they're just better actors. British people.
Well, American Southern is the easiest accent to do. You know, like even people fucking around doing it in jest do a half decent job. So,
all right.
So this movie,
first vote in, one for Dracula.
Yeah, Lucy getting monster fucked.
Yeah,
that's a hot scene,
dude. This is a hot movie. I gotta say, like,
it's a horny movie. Go to horny.
It's a horny ass movie, and that's like
it is a
I was
horny
laughing
movie
because like the red haired chick, is that Lucy?
Yeah.
The universal sign for going out of for turning into a monster is having one titty out. Like every time she's wigging out, like the camera just like flashes and she's got a titty up, like titty out.
That's how you know she's not right in the head.
That's how you know you're histrionic, bro.
Popping titties out.
I got histrionic. Look at my titty.
Only one.
Like it would cut to her like and she'd start like writhing, and then the camera would cut away and cut back, and then boop, magic titty out, and like, oh no, she's lost it. And that's how you can tell.
Bro, this is not a good movie, right? Even the Oscars admitted it's not a good movie because they tried to give the nod to their boy Francis, right? They only gave him like technical Oscars. He won like 4 like sound design and like
and makeup for this. Like
they knew it sucked.
And you know, I kind of have I don't know, maybe an unpopular opinion regarding this movie. I do not like his like Dracula armor. You know,
the muscle fiber looking shit,
muscly armor. It just looks like it's made of rubber. I mean, because it is like, but like it looks nothing resembling like armor. Like I get what they're going for.
It doesn't look dragon either.
It just looks. I don't know. I don't care for it, and that might be. I might be the underdog there, but
nah, I'm with you. I like this movie. I actually like this movie. Like unironically, actually like this movie.
I like this movie, but it's just a bit up its own ass a little bit.
A little bit. A little
I
bit.
mean, it's Francis Ford Coppola, so of course, like it's
I
got
mean,
it just
that's-
stinks of Ford Coppola. Like,
It's a Coppola
Yeah,
movie.
the
It's gonna-
cutscenes you just wish you could skip. Like press B to skip, press space, anything, please, with the cutscenes.
I love at the very beginning when they're kind of throwing some exposition down just a little bit. Everything kind of looks like a stage production, you know,
Mhm.
with that red backdrop and the very stylized, like 2D kind of like shadow play. That was kind of cool. That's kind of an interesting flair to it. And the cinematography, of course, is amazing. There's so many interesting match cuts that I like. One in particular is one where they're like, somebody gets their head like hacked off, like gratuitously, and then instantly cut to them like slicing roast beef, like, oh, yeah.
Love it.
I was like, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That's gross. So, yeah, I mean, this movie is good and bad. It's very good and very bad.
It
at
made
the
a lot
same
of
time.
money.
I don't know. I thought only Gary Oldman was this only saving grace because he's slaying with his Hungarian / Transylvania accent, right?
Oh yeah.
And then he fucking goes to the work to get in that crazy ass makeup they put him in, still slays. And then they have like the young fine Gary Oldman with his fucking little Matrix glasses.
Oh yeah, this
Still looking good.
Oh
know?
yeah, he is killing it in that suit, dude, with that hair,
Oh.
that like beige top hat. Like that's a bold statement with the tan suit, bro. Anybody who's
Yeah,
lived through 2008 understands the danger. of
Yeah,
wearing a
only
tan
Obama
suit.
can pull that off. Open and Obama. That's it.
That's it.
Uh,
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of the budget, this movie had a $40 million budget, and in the box office alone, brought in $215 million.
Jesus Christ. That's insane. For this fucking turd of a that's $1992, bro. That's at least $500 million today, bro.
Dude, yeah. Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, $92 is worth
I mean, really,
the most.
think about that. 1992, and then this movie, it's kind of ahead of its time in some ways.
Whoa, there's a video game adaptation
Yeah,
of this, bro.
I was looking at that. There's a there was a video
What?
game adaptation like on Nintendo and I guess
Yep.
Sega CD. I didn't know.
Yep.
Like that's pretty hilarious.
What the
want
fuck
to
do you do?
play
You
that.
gotta like fuck up Dracula's boxes of dirt, you know? Like
That's just funny to me
Break 'em
because like this movie is not for kids. And in 1992, the video game market was for kids,
Right.
You know? Like it was in like the Toys R Us, like the Toys R Us catalog was where they were selling video games. Like it didn't have this adult appeal like it does today. So it's hilarious to me that they would try to market this game as a video game.
they
back
only
then.
had pixelated titties back then, so like it's fine. It's like 4 pixels.
Oh
pixelated
man, I got
titty.
some shameful faps to some pixelated titties under my belt, boy. Let me tell you.
And the squiggly line in negative color, fucking HBO.
All right.
Man,
And then you get
Yeah.
that post nut clarity, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
the fuck did I just do?
It's like, was that even a titty? What the fuck?
Okay.
the atrocities these hands have committed.
These hands. These hands.
Look at your hands like, you fucking whores.
You betrayed me again.
So,
All right.
so this movie, like, does this follow like Bram Stoker's actual novel?
Yeah, the
is it
novel,
story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mostly, yes.
So this is one of the lamest interpretations of vampires to me, right? I was reading the plot on Wikipedia, and because I didn't see the very beginning, you guys were watching ahead of me. Apparently, he became a vampire by like one being distraught because his wife died unjustly, and then he did some blasphemous shit in a church thus he forsaked God and God forsaked him back. He was like, "Fuck you, bitch, fuck you," and then became a vampire. Like the damned.
Yeah, I think in the movie or in the story, he like stabs like a statue of Jesus,
He stabs the center of the cross.
And he sucks the blood out
and
of
then
it.
it bleeds because like they do.
I
And
mean,
then
yeah.
he and then like you do when you're a little bit thirsty after all this like Jesus stabbing. What are you gonna do? You're gonna drink the blood, of course you are.
Well, hang on now, hang on. Isn't that like almost the same as communion? Aren't you like drinking the blood of Christ?
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
yeah, like
that was-
literal like blood of Christ. I think Jesus was the first vampire, honestly, and like he like it wasn't Cain. I mean, maybe it was Cain. Maybe Cain was the first, but Jesus was like because
number two.
He was one of them.
In the World of Darkness lore, Cain of Cain and Abel becomes the first vampire, right?
Yeah, that's the best vampire lore there is.
Yeah, like he kills his
A
brother
tier.
and he's exiled off into the land of darkness. Well, the land of the Canaanites in historiography. But yeah,
This movie is
But-
cringeworthy, bro. Like just the way he became, his origin.
yeah, it's pretty lazy the way he becomes a vampire. Just like, oh, he kind of like perturbed God a little bit. Like, you think God would get over it once in a while,
No,
Like,
but other vampire lore on this, right? He like the sun empowers him to become young and sexy in this movie, right? He goes on the sun, boom. He's like 38-year-old Gary Oldman, looking fine.
looking
Right.
fine as hell.
Again, 1992, white religion was hot in 92.
Oh yeah, that was Satanic Panic time. Shit was
So-
fucking wild.
Oh yeah.
And I
Going,
don't think
fuck
it
you,
was
God.
The sun made him sexy. I think it's just that he's able to be in the sun and being Dracula, and both Dracula and Gary Oldman. You can just be as sexy as you feel like being.
Okay.
That's the powers bestowed on him by
right.
not God.
Let's go. Let's go stab a statue and see what happens.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right, I'm getting my sword.
Dibs on the blood.
I got some pretty old churches around here. I'll go.
Just go stab.
Oh,
a
you got them
statue.
Louisiana churches.
That's true. That's
That
Yeah,
might be
man.
the place.
Louisiana is like the line between the vampire world and the real world is super thin in New Orleans. So you got to watch out what you're poking holes and stuff.
Yeah, our next movie has a major connection to New Orleans on the next matchup there.
That's true. That's true.
But just on Dracula here, this is like another. There's like a trope in these movies where like a vampire becomes infatuated with a human, right? This is like a big thing amongst vampire movies, right? Which I think almost under no circumstances would a vampire give a shit about a human. They would think of them as like a cow, right? Like that's
Right. Yeah.
like on almost all circumstances. However, in this movie, Dracula sees the guy's wife as like the reincarnation of his wife, right? And becomes infatuated with her, which is like a theme in these movies. Like Queen of the Damned has that shit.
Mhm.
Like in a lot of them. And that shit is wild.
Sometimes
To
you
me.
just gotta fuck your food, like
Sometimes you just gotta
you
fuck.
just gotta stick your dick in the mashed
Lay with
potatoes.
Well, I mean, if it reminds you of your wife back when you were food.
Oh, I guess
Oh,
not.
boy.
Yeah.
But no, he turns her like I don't know. This movie's wild.
My
It's
wife
got a
is a snack,
convoluted
though.
Yeah, don't
It's
act
pretty
like you
good.
never nature.
It's pretty good, but it's not as good as Dusk Till Dawn. I'll say that. I'll tell you that
All
right
right.
now.
Really? So chat is split on it. So there's one vote Dracula, one vote Dusk Till Dawn in chat there. I think there's a pretty clear winner, and it's Dusk Till Dawn. Easy.
Dusk Till Dawn is like unabashedly fun, like there's no mistakes when you're goofing, you know. But when you're trying to make some like up your own ass art piece, you know, you better fucking do it. You can't have Keanu Reeves fucking knocking shit over and hamming it up. Like Keanu Reeves would have been right at home in Dust Till Dawn, you know. I just feel like Dust Till Dawn did what it intended to do. And Dracula, yeah, it was kind of a slog, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what I got to
messy.
say
Fix it
about
up.
that.
But
It's messy.
It's pretty hot. It's a hot movie.
It's hot and messy.
I like
Yep.
ginger
Messy is
titties.
how I like it.
Gingers and titties.
That's true, Dusk. I can rewind Dracula. I can't.
That's also true. So
I can't
I'm going
say that
Dust Till
about any of
Dawn.
these movies.
Yeah, is
I
this
can
the
sit
last
down
time
and
I'm
watch
ever
any
going to
of them.
watch that Dracula?
Yes. Unless you want to laugh, you want a good belly laugh at fucking Keanu.
Keanu's fucking.
I've
He's grown young.
actually got a big framed poster of Gary Oldman as the old Dracula, like coming down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay then. Okay
Count
then.
Dracula. He's
Like I
grown
said,
young.
I unironically like this movie. I just like the movie.
Right on. Right on.
It's not a terrible movie. I'm not like hating on it. I don't know.
Now,
For
swinging
me-
against Dusk Till Dawn is a hard swing.
I'm hating on Keanu. He himself probably looks back at that and laughs.
No, I'm sure. Look,
No,
don't
he
get me wrong. I'm
cringes.
not defending Keanu.
I'm sure he's charming and adorable about it, as he is. He's a
Right.
awesome human being, and I love him, but not in this movie.
Oh boy. All right then. Who hasn't voted? Anybody else in chat? Throw your votes in the chat. We got the 2 recorded.
All right. Chat voted no. Chat voted Dust Till Dawn. No.
There's one of each in chat.
One of each? Okay. Justin, what are you voting for?
I'm voting Dust Till Dawn. Easy. I would have gone Queen of the Damned over Dracula.
Yeah.
Yes. They'll meet in the
Oh,
losers
boy.
bracket, I'm sure.
We'll see, yeah. Eric, what are you voting for? Eric's having a hard time this week because he like loves every single one of these movies.
I do. It's not fair. On this one, I think I'm going to go Dusk Till Dawn. That's a hard one to go up against. I mean,
It is.
even for a movie I love, that's another movie.
Goddamn, Justin, what are you doing? Turn your kitchen upside down?
Did my camera?
Oh, my bad.
Did my camera
This
just
is
go
all
out?
good. Argo, what are you voting for?
Fucking Dusk Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn. All right, Dust Till Dawn. Chugging on along to the morning time. And Dracula, we'll see you in the losers bracket.
I mean, you can't beat like 30 different kinds of pussy.
Pussy.
And 3 Cheech Marin roles in
3.
one movie. Like,
I
come
like-
on.
They have them in the credits all bunched up together, like right up top, too.
Yeah, talk about range. Cheech Marin's got it, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Cheech. All right. Now, for our final new movie of the night, we've got Interview with the Vampire versus The Lost Boys. So let's bust out this last trailer.
That's a good matchup.
It's a good matchup.
What do you say we get started? So you want me to tell you the story of my life?
San
I'll
Francisco.
tell you all of it. I'm flesh and blood, but not human. I haven't been human for 200 years.
From the novel by Anne
Wild hairline. Some vampire shit.
Jordan,
Yeah.
director of The Crying Game.
I've come to answer your
That's what happens when they poorly stick a wig on
No
you.
meaning anymore, does it? His name is Lestat.
Almost later.
Pluck out the pain and give you another life. One you could never imagine.
I can see you lying on a bed of satin.
He's been in the movie for a few minutes.
Chose one man.
Beginning and the end.
He gave him infinite power,
Couple of little
eternal life,
brief moments. In the
I need to
middle.
watch more Slater
and a
movies.
daughter who would be forever young.
I haven't seen that many, but he was in The Legend of Billie Jean. You seen that?
No.
And then he took
It's a good
the
movie.
light of day.
He was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I've seen that.
You're a vampire who never knew what life was until it ran out in a red gush over your lips.
I can't stand this any longer.
You made us what we are, didn't you?
God kills indiscriminately, and so shall we.
You like dying? You condemn me to hell! Monster.
Unhappy heaven.
I think they have the best teeth, like the best fangs.
And yours, but do not doubt, you are a killer.
Yeah. I
And
was
the
reading
best
some
hair.
shit.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
Brad Pitt. Stephen
Yeah.
Ray. Antonio Banderas.
Except for Antonio Banderas.
You were reading
Yeah,
some
no,
shit?
Antonio Banderas was a miscast.
Interview.
Armand.
What were
should
you
not have
reading?
been there.
Man. Oh, I was reading about how they like did something. They like choked out the actors or some shit to like make their veins pop out on their face so that the makeup artist could like trace
them.
over it. And I was like, I don't know if I believe that shit.
Yeah, you could totally just draw
You just
fangs.
draw them on, you know,
Like-
like you could like you read a book to figure out where veins go, and
I
like,
mean, what worst
just
case
draw
scenario?
them.
You'd be like, "Hey, hold your breath real hard for a second."
Yeah, I forget what it was they did, but they like did something to make their veins pop out in their fucking face so they can draw over it. And I was like, if that's true, that's dumb as hell.
Eh, fucking give me a moment to go start yelling at somebody. I'll come back. You can draw over them, no problem.
Yeah. And yeah, this movie is good, except that the whole Antonio Banderas part there in the middle, it just kind of meanders a little bit. Like, I understand it's important to the story because that's where
That's
you know,
where his
spoiler
daughter
alert, that's where homegirl gets killed. But I don't know. Antonio Banderas really didn't need to be in this movie. They could have saved that whole part of the budget. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm sure he wasn't cheap. You know, he's not exactly fucking.
Yeah, he was not a good cast for that role.
Yeah, they could have just cut that whole character out or something. I don't know.
Well, no, Armand is important. Well,
In the book, I'm sure, but
he is
yeah.
very important to the story. But
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
This movie was written actually by Anne Rice,
yes,
who wrote the book, and the movie has kind of a book pacing to it, which
yeah.
gets a little tedious in the middle when it's just like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. Like in a book, that's all well and good. It's a different medium, but in a movie, shit needs to be a little bit more fluid than like. And then we met him, and then we met him, and then we met her.
I don't know. I thought it moved pretty well. I thought it was pretty all right.
It did. There was just that point in the middle that was losing me.
I really dig this movie because it gets a lot into the mechanics of like vampire ness and vampire relationships, kind of, and like it's kind of wild. Like in this movie, what like Lestat turns Brad Pitt's character, right, and they live together, and then they end up turning a child, which is like, I don't know. It makes sense to me that that's one of the biggest no-nos that there is, right? Because,
well, yeah, Lestat does it to manipulate Louis into staying because he knows Louis is a big softie and is going to want to take care of her.
Yeah. Exactly. He basically turns a little girl into a fucking vampire as like a fucking like prank, like just to be a dick to somebody else.
Fucking evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the biggest manipulator.
Massively toxic motherfucker.
Yeah. And I know in the World of Darkness, like vampire role-playing game lore, like creating another vampire is a huge deal. It's basically like against the law. Like you don't do it without like the express permission of like the vampire council or whatever, because it's a huge investment, you know. It's just another person in the, when you have a society of people that don't die, like an eternal society, I guess it's kind of a big deal who you allow in, you know. So
of course, because they're just a liability, CJ.
Yeah.
Like that's how it goes. It's
Yeah.
wild. You gotta put a lot of time into training them how to do shit right,
Right.
not blow up everybody's spot.
And that's Lestat's whole thing, is like he doesn't train like either of them right. You know, he's just fucking around the whole time.
Well,
like
doesn't Louis doesn't want to feed him. He's got like a soft spot for people, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
he's like, I'm the vegetarian. I'm gonna just suck rats this whole time at first.
Yeah, he's all getting sick.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to go along with it, even though Lestat is trying pretty much to train him right. He's like, you gotta eat, you gotta satiate it, otherwise you do crazy shit. But Louis kind of being like the fuck up at that
Being a
point.
little bitch.
I will say, even Lestat is like, you know, when he's in that, when they're in the room and they're gonna get the old lady, and he's like, read her thoughts, and he's like, the ones that do evil, we can just eat them, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, this movie is super nuanced between like the relationships and how Lestat operates, how Louis wants to operate, and how he does.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good movie. Another thing about it, and that
I agree.
I suffer from the seen it way too many damn times and couldn't stay awake.
Oh
to save
yeah,
my fucking life.
The seen it effect.
I watched this movie twice this week.
I tried twice and fell asleep twice.
It's a damn good movie. I do appreciate this movie. I wish it was just all the historical stuff. I guess I'm just a big fucking nerd, and I'm like, every time it goes to the past and shows the like period pieces, that's when my dick's hard. And then like the modern day times, I'm just like, oh, I'm bored.
Well, hardly any of this is in the modern day. It's like the
that's
prologue
like
and then the epilogue.
Like, yeah,
this movie's kind of wild because like you know, Louis loves the girl even though he knows she's a problem, right? She's fucking unstable. She's fucking crazy. You know, and in that second half there, he's like about to unload her onto this other lady that, like,
He doesn't want to.
I guess the girl, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have full vampire powers because she was a child when she was turned, right? Like, she can't make a new vampire. She's not that powerful, right?
Is it okay?
Because she wants Louis to turn that lady for her in the second half there, right? So like Louis is super mega torn because he knows she's a liability and she's fucked up, and he knows all the other vampires fucking hate her and they're gonna kill her. And then like he does turn that lady for the little girl to like kind of glom onto and go off on her own, so it's not Louis' problem anymore.
I don't think that's what he really wanted, though. It's what she wants to try to do. So
no, she would have just stayed with Louis the whole time. But she
Yeah,
was a liability for Louis. right?
Yeah,
As
but
hard as
she just thought that he was going to ditch her for Armand, and that was not the case.
Yeah.
I
That was
it
not the
kinda
case.
was. Otherwise, he wouldn't have turned her.
That
Otherwise,
was
he wouldn't
not
have turned that
going to
lady.
happen.
No, Louis knew that the other vampires weren't going to abide this child, right? So he knew she was going to go bad. So he pretty much wanted to turn this lady and they can run off away from him. So it's not his fucking problem no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Louis was going for.
And he's like afraid to love anything because he's afraid of loss.
That's not what he wanted.
His whole
dead.
I believe that's not what he wanted for real. He was just like, I guess this has to happen.
Yeah, exactly. He gave in to his circumstances.
Well, I mean, you seen how much he was fucking shitty after he fucking changed her.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like he knew her days were limited from the beginning just because of like her very inception was a joke. And
yeah, she never should have fucking happened.
The first time I watched this movie, I was halfway expecting a of mice and men kind of situation where he has to like exterminate her himself kind of thing.
Yep. Because it's that same kind of she's a liability. She's just a problem for him. Even though he loves her.
He loves her, yeah, but
that's so funny you say that. Yeah, that's almost where it could have went.
Exactly.
I like this movie a lot because of like a lot of those dynamics between like interpersonal vampire shit. I think it's pretty great for that. And a lot of great performances. I'm a total hater ass bitch. I hate Tom Cruise. But he plays he plays an unhinged psycho so well.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, he kills it in this.
Lestat so on
and
point.
In this one role, he's got a lot of range because he even kills it when he's all like decrepit old man vampire living in the old house after he finds him after he gets burned up. You know, they burn him up and then leave him. Yeah. Well, and he comes back and he's all like decrepit and scared and like fucking not eating right and not.
I read that too.
Sun.
I read that the people kind of didn't like his casting, like of Tom Cruise, because it's
the contemporary reviews were super not into his casting. Yeah,
but I thought he killed it.
He definitely killed it.
Yeah. I don't like Tom Cruise, but I think he did pretty good as Lestat.
I like Tom Cruise for reasons, but I don't like him for other reasons. I don't know. I'm kind of.
What was it? We like the idea of Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the disambiguation that is Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise is the person. I don't know.
I like this like a short little competent man out there.
He's just a little, an acting powerhouse that fits in your pocket.
He'll jump off. He'll jump off buildings onto a helicopter and break his leg just for you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, he's like the sole force in keeping alive the last bastion of like Hollywood acting as we know it. You know, because the world is changing, and he's like holding on to this like real stunts. So, and I respect him for it. I really do. But there's a lot of things about the guy I don't respect. So,
right.
But anyway,
it's almost like you can have mixed opinions on people. You know,
that's kind of a feel for Interview with the Vampire. We've talked about that a bit, but Interview with the Vampire versus The Lost Boys, which are more campy,
more fun, more family.
I love Lost Boys, but this one is one of the few in this list that I'm just like, nope, I got a clear winner right here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Anybody else feeling like they have a clear winner, or are you guys torn?
No, I'm not torn at all.
No? Which way do you lean?
Which way do I lean?
Which way?
What are you voting for?
Which one are you voting for?
Conversation just took a whole new
this
turn.
vampire list is like bisexual appreciation week.
I mean,
when we didn't even mention the fact that Louis and Lestat obviously were, you know,
Obviously.
in a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
In the
That's the
book,
thing
it's
about being a vampire.
explicitly-
You can't be restrained by
Exactly.
like heterosexuality. You know, you gotta like.
That's
you get
kind of
what you
weird
get.
though, because like I say, his vampire dad. His vampire dad was like, "I'm gonna make you," and then fuck.
And
you.
that's what makes those feelings that you see on screen but don't get the full story behind, like, even more like intense, you know?
I
The book
agree.
was more homoerotic, apparently. from
Yeah,
what I hear.
because
Oh, yeah.
Louis and Lestat were like in love.
Well, that's one of
Yeah.
the more interesting / controversial things about the inter vampire relationship is, you know, because you kind of it's kind of like a family bond and a sexual attraction at the same time, which is like
Well, hang on. Well, let's get to the mechanics. The vampires fuck. Can vampires come like human style? Can they? Do they?
They probably don't produce, but I'm sure they can like
They get a
There's
climax.
There's
I'm sure they can
orgasms.
climax, but it's probably like crypt dust.
They just don't swim.
They seem to fuck because in Queen of the Damned, like the Aaliyah
Yeah.
and let's not fuck, right?
Vampires
the
are
vampire way.
explicitly sexual.
Yeah, sex is kind of the cornerstone of the vampire ways. So like I'm sure they fuck.
Vampires are explicitly sexual beings.
Yeah.
They're kind of like pleasure demons, right? Because like they love to eat and they love to fuck.
Yeah, they're
Right.
kind of like little succubus /
little fuckubus.
little, yeah, little fucky boys.
All right, this one's a little tough for me, but I'm gonna go Interview because it has better casting, better acting, more nuanced topics. Even though Lost Boys is pretty all right. It's pretty all right.
Yeah, Lost Boys is good, but it ain't no Interview with the fucking
Yeah.
vampire.
No, Interview with a Vampire is
Let's
the-
see here.
it is like way beyond Lost Boys. I love Lost Boys. It is a great movie. I love that campy, cheesy, fun fucking shit that it turns into. I love the fucking Tarantino weirdness that it starts as.
In chat as well.
But
There's
Interview,
one of each in chat.
One of each.
Yes.
That's two of the
Interview.
same.
Lost.
Oh, but Lost. Oh, sorry, I can't read.
Yeah, you can't read good. Go to Derek Zoolander school.
I'm a kid who can't read good. I need
Reading
to go to-
comprehension.
All right.
Everybody here voted. Right?
Everybody here voted.
Interview. Yep.
Send it.
All right. Interview.
This
Now it
next
gets
one's gonna be
difficult.
good.
Now it gets difficult because now we got to compare Dusk Till Dawn and Interview with the Vampire. These are probably like the furthest apart two vampire movies can be in style and lore and everything. Like in vibe and just everything.
This is the bracket that I was just looking at on the screen a second.
Well, it's obviously
Can I
Interview
go?
with the vampire.
The big
Is
bracket.
it
I was looking at
obvious?
this one, I was
Is
like,
it
oh,
obvious?
Interview.
Yes, it is
Is it?
obvious.
Somehow I feel like Dusk Till Dawn is more fun. Right?
It is more fun.
And
It
there's
is.
not like
Yeah.
parental
There's
issues,
more.
right?
There's more
stuff.
titties in it.
It's way more fun. I'm not
Is
going
there
to
any?
deny
It's a-
that.
it's a
I didn't
fun
see no
movie.
titties.
But
Dusk
Interview
Till
with the
Dawn is a whole
Vampire.
when they first get to the bar. It's
Whose
all the
titties?
Yeah.
strippers. There's strippers
Strippers?
everywhere.
It's a
There's like-
fucking strip club.
That's background
Yeah.
titties, bro.
And Rice.
Listen,
And
there's
they're
a
all
whole-
wrote
twisted
the
up.
book.
There's a titty montage.
I'm with Argo.
Anne Rice wrote the book, wrote the
Oh,
script.
that's true. Underworld is straight up a fucking World of Darkness, Vampire the Masquerade and lore. That's true.
Tune in next
but-
year.
Yeah, we'll have more vampire. Like
For
there's so many
Blade
damn
versus
vampire.
Underworld.
movies. Yeah, oh my god, Blade versus Underworld. That's a good matchup.
Yeah, this is
You-
only
you
volume
could-
1. There's
Yeah.
so many
You
vampire
could
movies.
do the Blade series and the
The Underworld series.
yeah. Watch how quickly they fall off.
Which one's the hornier movie?
Hornier? They're both equally horny, but one's just gayer.
One is like demented, like weirdos with like murder and pedophiles, and the other is like is
Demented weirdos.
All right, watch it. Watch it.
Oh, they're one and the same.
It's fun, horny, demented weirdos or dramatic, horny, and demented weirdo.
We even got dog pussy.
No, in a fucked up way, I feel like Dawn was more fun.
Cold pussy.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun.
Like one is like a fucked up like custody battle between supernatural beings, in which they murdered one of them, and the other one's just like, "Hey, it's so fun."
No.
So Argo's in the vamp interview camp, right?
If I didn't vote for Interview with a Vampire, I'd have to have my goth card revoked. And I'm barely hanging on to it as it is. Like,
that might be true. Zombie Boy's gonna show up at your house in person and revoke that shit.
Give me a badge and your pants.
Yeah.
Tried to snatch his daggone bandana.
Yeah, Dusk of Dawn's kind of normie, I guess, if you look at it that way. It's not traditional vampires, it's monster vampires.
Right. Yeah, it's like they're almost like demons. They're like
there's no vampire lore in it at all.
Yeah,
pretty much.
No traditional like Eastern European vampire lore that we're accustomed to.
So maybe it's just like New World vampires. Like
there may be some Central American, like Mesoamerican, like vampire lore that I'm not familiar with as a big fat honky.
Like Chupacabras, fucking zombies.
there's that whole there's that whole scene where George Clooney all of a sudden has a heart.
Well,
and he's
hang on, Dark VLT got a good point.
It is kind of more of a zombie movie feel.
Yeah, that's what we were saying the whole time.
They're like monsters, like zombies or monsters or demons or something. It's very far removed from vampires as
we're used
traditional
to
American culture. Yeah, consider
the best part of the vampires is like the social manipulation. It's like not the brutality, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's blending in and like having to feed and survive, and.
So that interesting. That might be changing my vote. Now that we're thinking about it like that.
Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn, they all just kind of stay in one place and try to lure them there. Whereas Interview with the Vampire, they
Dusk Till Dawn zombies have a different feeding mechanic. Yeah. They don't need to blend in because they have like a Roach Motel sort of vibe going. They got them. They bring the food in, and then you can just strip them. Bleed them and be good to go.
And then you have that whole pan away to the artwork at the end where it's like an Aztec temple behind it or whatever.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite like matte paintings from any movie. I love that look, and all the discarded trucks, like all the like fucking semi trucks just tossed in the fucking ditch. And it's kind of funny because it's kind of obvious, if you're not looking at it dead on, you clearly see it's an Aztec temple with a fucking mountain of thrown away trucks. Like somebody would have noticed that shit eventually, but is what it is.
Yeah, so we're learning something here tonight.
Took a course in the Slavic vampire as my cross-cultural requirement for my bachelor's, and vampires were basically zombie ghouls until Dracula was written. Oh,
really? So that made that social part that we like so much came from Dracula and Bram Stoker.
Bram Stoker, yeah. Bram Stoker introduced stroking to vampires.
It's Bram. It's Bram Stoker, actually.
He brought in the sexy.
Yeah, he decided they're not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, that like the vampire trance. Like I look like a human, and I'm gonna entice you with my penis energy.
You know what? That's the great.
Eddie, it's all in the hand.
That's what's that? The video game world you're talking about? That's what I like so much. Is it incorporates everything. They got like the Nosferatu, which is like the monsters, and there's like all the other clans, which is like everything
all
all
the
in
different
one.
clans.
It's fucking
Yeah,
great.
they incorporate basically all the different rules of the of the vampires. So yeah, like the Nosferatu, like monsters, and they can't even be seen. They have to like literally hunt and crawl around in the darkness. And then you have like the they're like the animalistic, you know, they like
What did you say that world's called?
It's called World of Darkness is
World of
the
Darkness. It's the best vampire shit.
There's Vampire the
Motherfuckers like in 30
Masquerade.
Days of Darkness.
There's like Mage
30
the
Days of
Awakening. There's Werewolf the Apocalypse. So there's all these different like monster types that coexist in this one world.
All right, so I think I'm ready to vote here.
Okay, what are you voting for?
I'm gonna go with, even though just as a movie, I think I like Dust better. I'm gonna go with Interview with the Vampire because I do like that social underworld more aspect of vampires. Like the monsters blend into society. That shit is way more scarier than some sequestered as monster zombies somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you avoid the vampires in Dusk Till Dawn?
Don't go to a dive bar.
You don't accidentally end up
done. I'm good to go.
Yes, don't accidentally end up at the wrong biker bar. Ta-da!
Yeah, don't go to the skeeviest biker bar in all of Mexico.
How do you avoid the Interview with the vampires, the Anne Rice vampires? You can't.
Don't get horny.
Like I said,
I can't not get horny, so I'm scared.
You can't avoid them. They find you if they feel like
just
it.
follow your dick.
Stay at home.
Vampire death.
Don't invite them in.
If it's daylight, you can go out. When the sun starts to fucking hit the tree line, you better go. Yeah, it's home.
So that's my vote.
Okay, all right.
I think chat is also split again. Maybe are they? No, they're not. That's Helen Unreal was Dust Till Dawn.
I'm also voting Interview.
Do we get? I think that's the only vote we hands I see. Maybe
Argo, you already voted for Interview.
Oh yeah, of course.
So now I got to vote.
If anybody else in the chat wants to vote, just type that out in chat there, and we'll count you.
This one's super difficult for me because I love these movies pretty much equally and for different reasons. I'm leaning toward Dusk Till Dawn mostly because I'm biased. The first time I ever watched this movie, I watched it.
Speed.
I watched it during the lead up to, just a little bit of insight about me, then lead up to a threesome, and that
would
when I think about this movie, I think I remember fond times.
Yeah,
I have a very positive association with this movie.
Dust Till Dawn, bro. You should put on Dracula before threesome, bro. Dracula's Brides.
So I'm gonna toss my hat into Dusk Till Dawn, even though it's not gonna win.
You getting our audience all hot and bothered over here. Look at you. Sexy stories.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't watch the second half, because we got like halfway into the movie before I stopped watching the movie for reasons. So like I had no idea it turned into a completely different movie for the longest time.
Yeah, suddenly it wasn't so important.
Yeah, suddenly I didn't care about the movie near as much. But something happened. I can't remember. All right, so that's going to be 3 points for Interview and 2 points for Dusk Till Dawn. I'm okay with it because I love them equally, so I'm not too sad about sending Dusk Till Dawn to the losers bracket because
it's fine.
Interview is that good. And after nearly a year, guys, we've been at this for nearly a year. After nearly a year of doing this, I understand that second place isn't the worst thing in the world.
Bro, yeah, we got a prestigious list at the end of this show. We'll give you some
Yeah,
good ass
You know,
recommendations.
Oh yeah. So, all right. That's gonna conclude our semifinals. So let's take one more quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna shoot through this losers bracket and figure out who's gonna win tonight's vampire movie bracket. Stick with this chat. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Film Heat Live. We're talking vampire movies, Volume 1. We got our modern classics. There's a million movies we could have talked about, but there's only so many hours in the day. So I feel like we got a pretty bang up list here, and we've been moving through them pretty efficiently tonight. I'm proud of our of our time tonight, guys. Good job.
This is your
Especially my
basic
indecisive
bitch
ass.
vampire list right here. If you haven't heard of these vampire movies, you've been living under a fucking rock kind of deal.
Right.
Your basic millennial vampire shit.
This is basically your millennial list, yeah,
I'm
for
about
sure.
to say if you're less than 45, you know this list.
Yeah. Less than 45, but older than 25 for sure, because there's probably some Gen Zers that probably are like, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you know a Gen Zer, tell them to watch our show, because there's probably a lot of shit they're missing out on.
You know?
They drop some knowledge on us. Old ass.
Zoomers.
Oh, we got one Gen Z on our list. No.
I know for a fact he's not a Gen Z. You
Wait,
bastard.
older than 28? Yeah, 28 is
Older
probably
than
better.
28. Okay, you're probably right. You
A
probably
lot of these movies. Yeah.
All right. So now becomes our losers bracket. Our losers bracket we typically call our speed run, because we like to we've already talked about the movies. So this time we like to bang it out and cast our votes in a speed round until we get our losers bracket winner. And then that winner will go on in the finals against the movie that we picked. What is it? Interview. Interview the Vampire. All right. Up first. Excuse me. We've got Dracula versus Buffy. What do y'all got? Who's got it?
That's
Buffy.
Dracula. That's easy, bro. What? Homie likes TV, bro. It's fine. It's fine. He ain't better read no tapes. Oh, there's one Dracula in chat.
All right, we got
What
two
the hell
Draculas
happened
and
to
a
my
Buffy.
camera?
All right, who's got it?
Eric's back.
Eric, who you got on this? Buffy or Dracula?
Buffy.
Are you horny or are you watching TV movie?
I mean, I'm always horny.
Hold up, we got two Buffys in chat.
Always.
Come on in.
I mean, if I watch Buffy, I might get horny watching Christy doing them tumbles and shit, man.
He loves Hooters. It's fun. It's fun.
Cheerleaders has never been my bag. Like, I don't know. It's never been my thing. I know some people do the cheerleader thing, but see, to me, cheerleaders are children. So
it's brunettes over blondes for me, dog.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
All right. So you got all these chat. There's one Dracula chat, two Buffy.
Yeah, I got one Dracula and two Buffys. Got them.
Right on. Hell yeah.
I know Buffy's ahead, so me and Eric need to vote.
Buffy's ahead. Don't fail me, you guys. I swear to
God. Chat's over here fucking it up.
Chat is leaning on the scales.
I'm going Dracula.
It's hard for me not to. It's hard for me not to go with my boy Paul. You know what I mean?
Eric, you're the tiebreaker now. No pressure.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, this is the one I've got a tiebreak on. Holy shit!
No pressure. Don't fuck this up.
This one I have to. God damn it!
You got to vote early if you don't want to be the tiebreaker. You got to get it in.
He's grown young.
I mean, Buffy is just straight up California, right? It takes place in California, which is Keanu's fucking hometown. They weren't trying to play.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer is just the next Karate Kid, but with vampires.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought it had basic vibes. It was like Star Wars.
No Miyagi. Not enough Miyagi in that movie.
You're the chosen one, Buffy. And then like her mentor gets struck down like Obi-Wan Kenobi, bro. Basic.
That's true.
It's basic shit.
He becomes more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
She becomes more powerful, bro.
I'm
Buffy.
Hero's Tale.
Use the Force, Buffy.
Vote for Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder.
My man. Solid. Hell yeah.
Dracula moving forward. Dropping Buffy from contention.
All right, next up, what we got?
Got the Lost Boys versus Queen of the Damned.
Well, Queen of the Damned's the
I
only
still
one out of these
believe.
two that got me laid.
Yeah, you don't. Lost Boys would have got you to fuck your friend's mom's, probably.
Queen of the Damned.
I mean, I
We
did
got-
enough of that.
We got 3 Lost Boys in chat. God damn.
Holy shit!
Woo!
Queen
We
of the
got-
Damned.
Queen of the
I'm
Damned,
going-
really?
I'm going Queen too because I'm a contrarian like Argo.
We got a couple of edgelords in here.
I mean, like I said, I was voting Queen of the Damned because it
And
got me
I
laid.
cannot
Hey,
be
hey,
Wait,
forsaken.
did Eric go Queen too? So that's 3 queens,
Yeah.
bro. It's tied.
Did you go Queen?
Yeah.
Whoa.
three, bro.
Hey,
Tied up.
hey,
You break it,
If
bitch.
getting laid is a
I'm
good enough
not
reason for you to vote Dusk Till Dawn,
only
getting laid is a
one.
good enough reason for me to vote Queen of the Damned because that happened many times.
Yep, sure did.
Listen,
All right, now you break the tie. How you like it? How you like it now?
this is the horniest show we've had so far.
Well, many
course,
is a
it's
relative
vampires.
term.
Vampires.
Vampires fuck, bro.
Vampires do be fucking.
Vampires, be
Wolfman?
fucking.
That's the
Dude,
incel.
they've got zero
Wolfman, not
chance.
so
There's
much.
too much hair,
As,
man.
as a Wolfman myself, I feel that pain.
They've got zero chance of accidentally having a kid.
Ah.
If they did it would be Blade, which is sick, bro.
which is sick. Which is tight.
Yeah, we couldn't put
Or-
Blade on this list because it would just trump everything else.
If the only black man on the list would kill everybody, bro.
That's right.
A bunch of honkies and these vampires.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch What We Do in the Shadows. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah. That would also be too good as well.
Too good.
It's so funny.
on another level.
I don't
It's
think
so
I've
good.
seen that one.
The next one will be all the like ones that you probably haven't heard of or haven't watched that are just like too good.
You better be in a doghouse, bro. If you don't pick right now.
Come on now.
Oh wait, is that a threat? Is that a veiled threat? I'm seeing
That is. That's what that
Come on
means.
now. You know what you got to pick.
If you put one of either movies on, which would you? Oh, now it's too much pressure. I was fine before.
It's a toughie.
These movies give me a toughie.
Break the tie. Break it. I dare you.
I'm going Lost Boys for sure. For sure.
You're just a hater.
Queen of the Damned is fine. But there's only one of these movies I had to turn off this week.
It's got a way better soundtrack.
That's because you hate Aaliyah, bro.
That's because I'm racist.
I heard you hate Aaliyah. Somebody told me that
Whoa.
Jeremy hated Aaliyah.
There's only one black person in all these movies, and I just voted against it. Curious.
Only
No.
one of the people married R. Kelly in this list. So
Whoa.
Whoa.
Who married R.
Aaliyah did, bro. She was a victim. Bro.
Whoa. I didn't. Well, that's crazy. That's P business.
R. Kelly's a. R. Kelly
Redacted.
is like from
He's
Dust to Dawn.
redacted. He's redacted, Kelly.
Yeah. All right. We're getting silly.
The R means redacted, Kelly.
Redacted
No.
And it stands for a P word. Redacted P word.
Redacted P word.
All right.
All right,
Up
what's the
next, we've
next?
got Lost Boys versus Dracula.
Dracula.
Lost Boys.
Dracula.
I got you, my
Lost
dog.
Boys.
I'm going Lost Boys. It's better, bro.
Lost Boys.
Just embrace the California in everything. Like, just embrace it. Don't try to.
Santa
church it
Clara. The only
another
thing I
Lost
hate
Boys
worse
in chat?
is Santa Clara is all the damn vampires.
Dracula has titties. So it has that going for it.
Dracula's way sexier.
Yeah. Dracula
Lost Boys
Lost Boys
has
is like the
Tim
least
Capello.
sexy movie
Dracula
on
is
the list.
oozing with
What do you mean
sex.
least sexy? It's got Tim Capello. I still believe.
For like
That's
20 seconds and then it's over and you're fucking left with a big old blue ball.
3 Lost Boys in chat, bro.
Wow, Lost Boys is running away. All right, who hasn't voted? Me? Am I the only one that hasn't voted?
Did you vote, Eric?
Yeah, I voted Lost Boys.
All right.
It's okay. I'll
My
be the
man.
contrarian.
You know what? Since it doesn't matter anyway, I'm gonna throw one in Dracula with Argo.
Yeah.
It's because you love Matrix sunglasses. That's why.
I do.
I mean, Gary Oldman deserves votes.
2 connections to the Matrix in that movie: Keanu and the sunglasses.
And the
There
sunglasses.
you go.
All right, round 3, Dusk Till Dawn versus Lost Boys. This one's easier for me. I'm gonna.
Has
go
this
ahead and
happened
toss
before?
mine. Maybe.
No.
Nope.
Dusk Till Dawn.
Nope. It's the first
No.
one we had this matchup.
This is a unique occasion.
From Dusk Till Dawn versus the Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
Whoa, Lost Boys over Dusk Till Dawn? Really?
See, this one's fucking hard.
This one's easy for me. So me and Argo voted.
So chat is thinking about it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, see, that's what
I will
I'm
defend
saying.
everything Matrix with my life except the recent.
Hey, don't be hating. Don't be hating on the recent.
I'll
one.
defend the most recent movie more than I will the third movie. That
Yeah, yeah.
garbage.
I like
You can have
Resurrections
that, Hill.
way more than both of the other sequels, honestly.
Yeah, man.
Wrong.
You guys are wrong.
They even
Yeah.
straight up said it like in the movie, like Warner Brothers made us do this.
Yeah, that's the whole. They literally in the script they're like, yeah, Warner Brothers is making us do this.
Love it.
Oh boy.
All right, hang
It's
on.
meta. Meta's hot right now.
I love the movie
Meta
talk
is
going on
super
tonight.
hot right now.
Love it.
Okay, let's count. I've been drinking again, so
All right, hang on. So there's put another on
One.
Lost Boys.
all right, Lost
Yeah,
Boys.
Lost Boys. Come on, chat.
And put one for Matrix.
Yeah,
One for
Matrix wins
Gremlins.
this. Yeah, Gremlins.
Gremlins
is
and
one.
Matrix. Let's get one.
See, both these fucking movies are like nostalgic as fuck for me.
They're both kind of fun, right? They're both like
Yeah.
Yeah.
not that serious.
Lost Boys had more of an impact on my like.
So it's tied up
Yeah.
right now with 3 of
Yeah.
on the panel
No,
list to
Lost
vote.
Boys had more of a personality impact, had more of a
No, it's better than I remember. 'Cause
style
I
and
hate
idea.
Kiefer Sutherland. I hate everybody named Kiefer. If your name's Kiefer, fuck you.
If your
me.
name's yeah. Hey, don't. You're antagonizing our audience named Kiefer.
No one here is named Kiefer, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah, but they might get the podcast.
I love Donald. Fuck Kiefer. Fuck him. That's a toughie. I hate.
What's tied right now?
All right,
So
I'm
Justin's
gonna-
got to vote. Are you the only one that hasn't voted, Justin?
No, I
I
haven't
thought
voted.
Eric
Oh,
hasn't
okay.
voted. Have you voted, Jer?
I did vote. Yep, I voted
Oh.
first.
What'd you vote for?
Dusk Till
Lost
Far
Dawn.
Boys.
out, man.
Dusk Till Dawn.
All right. I don't
I'm-
hate Lost Boys, but I'm going
I'm-
Dusk.
I'm going Lost Boys. Fuck.
No, well, you know what that means.
So unless somebody who hasn't voted votes in chat, we're going to the coin.
Yeah, unless we get a random. Yeah, we're going to the coin. It's been a while since we've seen the coin.
Love the coin.
All right.
We gotta have a coin.
So it's gonna be.
Oh, hang on. We got one from Kevin. Does that count? There's a third person.
I'll count
Vote
Kevin.
count.
Kevin counts.
Historically, we've had to have people log in and cast their own votes.
We need engagement, bro. Kevin.
Engagement. We need unique chatters. We need.
It's on your phone. You literally just pull out your phone in the Twitch app and you go.
And she could be lying. She could be bullshitting us right now.
Right. Yeah. I'll need this
Go to
in
the
writing.
coin anyway. I vote coin.
Coin.
Go to the coin. All right. Heads, Dusk, Tails, Lost Boys. Ready?
Send it.
Here goes. Oh, it's Tails.
Woo, woo.
Come
Is that
on.
Lost Boys?
It's Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
Fuck the coin. This is fucking
Coin is for
sham.
garbage. Oh shit! I forgot to save it.
This show is not real, bro. What is the
Fuck
coin though?
Fuck the coin.
Oh, hang on. Is this a unique chatter?
Oh,
Yeah, that is.
Oh, tie it up and coin it again. Tie it up, coin it again. Swear to God.
We're gonna tie it up and coin it.
Yes. Unless we get another unique chatter.
Like a stoner.
Okay.
I don't know, Risky. I think I like Custoner better.
Wait, is Parma Root Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Kevin.
Oh, well then, all right. Dustin Don wins. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's what it is.
Yeah.
Fuck the coin vote. The coin is bullshit. Go 3 to 4. Yep. There we go.
There it
Send
is. That's till dawn.
My man.
Yeah, saves the day in the nick of time.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I mean, I was going to count Kevin's vote anyway.
We need unique, bruh.
Unique. So you got to have them numbers.
We asked very little to participate.
Got to have them numbers.
Them numbers is king.
All right.
All right, I'm good with this. What?
That's
so going to the finals.
The losers bracket, and we're
That's
moving into the very final. Who's going to be the winner? And this is pretty much exactly what I would have picked. Like if I would have predicted the two ending ones, it would have definitely been these two. Interview with the Vampire versus Dusk Till Dawn.
It's the same. I'm not changing my vote.
Whoa.
So we got one dusk.
What was your vote before? We got one dusk already. So
Well, we're not going back to the poll? All right.
The poll's in chat this episode, bro.
Yeah, we're flying by the seat of our pants.
Another dusk, bro.
2 dusks.
That's 2. Oh boy.
It's okay to be wrong.
Which one are you going for? Interview?
Of course.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's the better vampire movie.
Well,
Enter Dusk with the Dawnfire.
That's one of each, bro. Does not compete.
Damn, Hellion, that's good. I like that.
This 115 proof whiskey's got me feeling some kind of way. And that way is drunk.
Wait, what are you drinking on over there?
This is Old Forester's Prohibition style.
Oh,
it's like an overproof whiskey. It's super good.
Are you drinking it like a neat over there? What are you doing?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
When it's this good, you drink it neat.
Right.
Or on the rocks, but this time it's neat.
I put that Pepsi on it, whatever.
Yeah, you just stick with some Devil's Cut, homie.
I'll mix it. I've been drinking enough.
All right, so we got a real vote for Hellion Unreal. It was Dusk. Pulling away with it.
It's Dusk? Oh, okay.
I'm going to go interview just since it's...
I think I'm going to go interview too.
I mean...
Because Go ahead, Eric.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just love that social aspect of it, right? Like, like they can hide amongst us. It's scarier, you know?
We walk amongst you, beating, raping.
Hell yeah, bro.
Love
it.
Hell yeah. My man said, hell yeah.
Hide from everyone.
Oh, hold on. We got an interview. Another interview.
We got an interview. Oh, we counting.
Pulling ahead. Underdog.
I haven't even voted yet, y'all.
This is our water
with
episode. Yeah. You're gonna vote Dusk and tied up. I know you are. I know you will.
I hope he does. Shit.
I have to go on this, the final heat of the evening. I have to vote in the sake of purity, and for that reason, I cast my vote for Interview with a Vampire. Because
Upset.
Oh shit.
it is the more pure vampire lore movie, like you said, Justin, it explores that intersocial relationship of the vampire, which is the whole allure of the vampire, is that, like, hiding in plain sight, that raw sexuality. In a world where vampires exist, you can't even trust your own sexual urges because you could end up fucking vampire food, and like that's a scary thing to a human because we're slaves to our sex
Get that
drives.
praying mantis.
Yeah. Like, you're gonna get your head eaten, but
But
trying
I
to get that
mean,
nut. So,
but I mean,
Well,
I ain't
and
having sex with a vampire.
vampires.
fucking is fucking.
Vampires have extra allure.
But they have
So,
magical.
you
allure.
know they be fucking.
No. In my view of vampires, like the person feeding on gets like euphoric vibes from that, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're basically fucking getting the O the whole time. So,
I mean, except then you've got vampires like 30 Days and Night where they just like rip your fucking throat wide open.
we got dissent in the chat. Chat is mad at us, bro.
Oh,
Chat is going off.
chat's rebelling. They're burning down the furniture. They gotta. Listen.
There's chairs flying.
They're roaring at us.
Order. Clack, 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 clack. I
They're a
will have
bunch of
order in this court.
Tarantino stands out here.
I get that reference.
Listen. Yeah. No, listen. I absolutely love From Dusk Till Dawn, and honestly, based on the experience I've already shared with you guys, I have a bias toward From Dusk Till Dawn. But for the sake of the bracket, in the spirit of the theme of the week, that is vampires, Interview with the Vampire is a more pure vampire movie, in my opinion.
And it's horny as
That's the
fuck.
right choice.
So
And Brad Pitt is a
I can vote
hottie.
against my gut instinct for the sake of the integrity of the bracket.
No. There's nothing wrong with number 2 on this show. Number 2 on this show is like prime
Right?
movie going experience. Ain't
Oh, yeah.
no shame on number 2 or 3 or even 4.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say there ain't no golden L's on this list. Like,
Right.
Not even Queen, bro, because it's still got its merits.
Not even Queen. Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like-
I'm going to send it, and we're going to run down our final rundown. Let's see what we got. All right. So this is an interesting matchup. Which do you think should be in bottom place? Queen of the Damned or Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Buffy. I think Buffy.
Buffy as well, yeah. I agree.
This is literally exactly how I would line this up.
It's perfect. Exactly.
So,
like, this is...
in 6th place, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer. In 5th place, we have Queen of the Damned, eking ahead by soundtrack alone.
Yep.
And a bunch of millennial new metal ass old people hosts.
Hell yeah.
The number of times we got
Hell yeah,
laid
tight,
with that movie.
tight. In 4th place, we have Bram Stoker's Dracula. In 3rd place, 3-2, we've got The Lost Boys. In 2nd place, also 3-2, we've got From Dusk Till Dawn. Great flick, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good to fuck to. And finally, in 1st place, the winner of our Vampire Modern Classics Volume 1, Interview with a Vampire. It's sexy. It's a great
It is
flick. I
sexy.
mean, honestly, it's good. It's good. It might be a little long. It might feel a little long right in the middle there, but it's a great flick.
It's
It
good.
defined vampires for a generation.
Right?
It's got the Anne Rice seal of approval.
Exactly. That's Queen of the Vampires. It's not Aaliyah. It's Anne Rice. It's the Queen of the Vampires.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fucking. Wait, what's her name from Twilight? I can't think of her name.
I don't know.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, it's not Kristen Stewart.
But yeah,
No, she was the food, bro.
She's gross.
However, this list does, in my eyes, legitimizes Twilight, right? Because
I gotta hear
a lot of these same themes carry over to Twilight, right? Like, I accepted Anne Rice's bullshit, right? But I mean, I never read the books, but from the movies, right, where vampires like love humans for whatever reason, right? That legitimizes Twilight to me, where a vampire, against all odds, takes a crazy interest in a human, right? Even though they should see them as food / cows.
Yeah, you sticking your dick in the mashed potatoes, bro. Like,
Exactly. They want to fuck the mashed potatoes. That's what vampires do.
Fucking my pie.
I mean, I guess you can like mold mashed potatoes into like titties.
No, so
And then
tune
that's
in
pretty
next
fun.
year for fucking Blade versus Twilight. Hell yeah.
Who's gonna win?
Ugh.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
telling you right now.
I'm not big on either one of those.
I don't think Twilight's
Was it-
gonna make the list.
It might. You don't
Have to
know.
say.
Maybe year 3, 2025. bitch.
Maybe.
Tune in.
Maybe. So yeah, that's gonna conclude our list tonight. Oh yeah, Vampire's Kiss. Hell yeah. We haven't talked about that since one of our very first episodes. We did our Nick Cage list.
Mhm.
Back when we did like 30 movies an episode.
God.
She was wild.
Yeah, we had much more open
Man.
schedules back then.
It was COVID.
Those things were going like
It was
fucking
COVID,
close to
yeah.
4 hours.
Oh, big time.
We
This
do
is
that
like
normally,
our tightest episode so far. Like 2.5 hours. Like even our more recent episodes have been 3.5. Oh,
Exactly.
Nick Vember. That's
Nick
true.
Vember. Oh, we're done with Nick, bro. We talked about all his movies, bro. Except for Incredible Weight.
Yeah. Massive weight of incredible talent.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
good. I mean, there's a whole nother list of Nick movies we could do. Like,
we got another Sandra Bullock list.
oh Jesus,
yeah?
We're done. We're done with Sandy B. We're done. Oh my god.
I think. Oh God, Sandy.
We said it all.
I like how Sandra Bullock has become kind of a meme within the microcosm of our show. Like,
Helena Real gets it.
God.
She knows.
That's why we
Yeah.
gotta do a part 2.
only the OGs know about that.
Right? The Sandy B list.
The Sandy Bees, OGs
By
and Sandy
request.
Bees.
By
All
request,
right.
wasn't it?
What it was by request, yeah. We did a chat pick, and we let chat vote on an actor or actress
And they
to
fucked
make a
us.
list, and they fucked us.
They fucked us. They were like, "Oh yeah, we got them."
It was good. It was
Here
good.
goes-
We did
Here goes y'all Plowy McPlowface.
it. All right. So, do we know what we're doing next? Is that decided or not?
Of course. It's one of the
I think Argo's our listmeister. I haven't been watching our chats.
maybe we can vote on it. It's either horror classics, right? Which is like Freddy.
We have modern horror classics, and then we have our universal monsters. So we can do like newer movies or older. I want to do our modern horror classics. I want to do the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street,
Halloween.
Hellraiser, Halloween.
Yeah.
and
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's
Yeah.
it. That's 6 right there, right?
It's decided then. Horror classics.
Friday, Nightmare, Hellraiser. Where did I say? Halloween, and Texas
The
Chainsaw.
Shining is on there apparently.
No, that's 5. That's only 5. And The Shining.
Hellraiser, Chainsaw. Yeah, 6.
The Shining. That's kind of an outlier.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't.
Unless you got another fucking known ass motherfucker.
Is there another like slasher? We could do a more modern
You want
Scream?
Child's Play?
Oh, we could do Child's Play. That would probably be a better one. Yeah,
Swap it
Child's
out.
Play is a good one. Just do Child's Play instead of The Shining, because The Shining is a fantastic movie, but that's kind of its own.
That's like on a
kind of
Kubrick list or like something else.
Yeah.
So
Child's Play would fit better in that like slasher list.
That or
Candyman.
Dedicated Kubrick list.
Oh, Candyman is good.
Yes, Candyman. I vote Candyman.
Candyman instead of Child's Play?
I vote Child's Play. That's to me.
I vote Candyman. Flat out. Full stop.
I vote Child's Play. I think it's
Chess has Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Or Army
good.
of Myths, maybe.
No, I'd do Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2. I wouldn't do Army of Darkness for that list.
Another Candyman vote.
Second Candyman.
Fuck, I love that movie.
Tune in 2 weeks to find out.
Yeah, follow us on the social medias.
And I mean, I think Candyman kind of fits with the rest of the list better than Child's Play.
I feel like Child's Play is a more straightforward slasher of that era than Candyman, but I don't know. I'm dumb. I don't know shit. So what do I know?
Well, we can watch both and then choose after.
Oh yeah, if you're local, Creature from the Black Lagoon is being screened again outdoors at Wakulla Springs again on October 28th. It was a phenomenal time last time. I can't wait to do it again. So if you're here in Tallahassee or the region, definitely come out to that. It's such a good time.
I feel like they kind of blew their load already in like April, but this was me.
Yeah. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful night. Like everything was perfect. I don't know. I'm excited to do it again.
Yeah, totally.
I honestly loved their late night show. It was like Alligator Man or something like that. And it was fucking
dude.
That was a silly ass movie, and
it was fucking ridiculous.
So yeah, stay tuned and figure out what the hell movie we're finally going to decide on as our 6th movie, and tune in next time for our modern horror slashers as our Halloween extravaganza continues. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching and voting and hanging out in chat. I love each and every one of you. And we will catch you all next time on Film Heat. Have a good night,
America.
Deuces.
May your nightmares be spooky monster scary and not grandma dying scary.